Alright, hi guys, welcome to my very first video on this channel about Rust and my content I'm going to be creating. I'm basically just going to try and tell you guys now quickly what I'm going to be doing and what I'm going to be creating for the next 4 weeks. So throughout that time, I'm just going to be making only Rust content, streaming it and making YouTube videos about it. I'll be doing things such as how-tos and anything kind of noob friendly, you know what I mean? Like to aim towards the players that don't really know what they're doing all too much. If you guys want any sort of like videos specifically, just put them down in the comments and I'll make sure I will 100% get onto them so I can really target my videos towards whatever you guys want to see and want to learn. Also, don't forget to drop a follow on all my social medias, which will be in the description, and like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, base tour of the base that I will be showing you guys how to build in this video. Coming through the first gate here, we've got a pretty wide compound. More than enough room for a bunch of furnaces and oil refineries. As you can see, there is no external TCs, which is a great plus for solo players, meaning that we don't have to maintain TCs all the time going around the whole base. This is what it looks like. Let's go into the front door. Coming into our first airlock, we have just a simple airlock with a nice little look through in the windows. Coming through again, we have our jump up to our left and then our core into the right. Going into one more airlock before core. Comes in here, gives us our TC room with a nice 4-box loot room and another 4-box loot room. This is then 3 garage doors in here to get everything. Tier 3 and all your bags in here if you need. There can be up to 4 people in this base, but yeah, again, this is only for a solo, so you don't need this many. So we can remove this, for example, and get more furnaces down. Coming back out of our core and heading up a floor. Up to our second floor, yet again, could be another loot room, 4 boxes again, and more furnaces. What I like to do sometimes, depending on how I'm feeling, is I can shove a bed and lockers in here, so I can have 2 bedrooms in this base at once. On our second to last floor is our third loot room, another 4 boxes, another 2 boxes on here. So this base, you will never run out of loot room, ever. Coming onto our shooting floor, we have our beds, and in these little squares will be our batteries for our turrets. On each side, we have peaks up onto the roof and peaks going outside of the base, ranging from all angles, every side, and a hidden locker underneath both of the shooting floor peaks, as we will say, the roofs. Going out onto our shooting floor itself, we have another airlock again with another window embrasure, so we can see if anyone is on our shooting floor. We come up to a nice peak, which are these are free hands, and so are those ones over there. Gives us a nice angle down without having to use any sort of doors. And again on the exact same side, using all these. Going through this garage door, it will take you up to our roof, which is our final place, with like around 6 turrets on the roof. And again, we can go back down the other side for the other side of the shooting floor, which will have another airlock again, and again another window. So yeah, this is the base I'll be building. So into the tutorial we go, and I hope you guys enjoy. Alright, so firstly what you want to do is you want to place down 2 squares like that, and then make triangles on each side poking out a bit like this. Once you've got this down, you can then seal it off by using walls all the way around and making a little airlock for your doors here. And placing a wall here and shoving your TC in this corner. Placing a couple doors down, like so. So this is what it should look at the very beginning. Good thing about this base is we can use it as a starter. It's as simple, it's cheap and easy to start up straight away. It does not cost a lot of mats, and you can use this literally living out. Once you started, it wipe off. Heading inside just to finish up the rest of the rooms in here. You want to make your first loot room to the right using a half wall and 2 triangles. And from that, you want to come through this side and place down another triangle this side. With these, you're able to fit up to 8 boxes of storage in here by placing 2 on the bottom and 2 on the top, like so. And then you want to come into TC room. This can be a little bit finicky. You got to kind of get it perfectly and line it up nice. Get it one there. You should be able to fit one perfectly there. And you can do the exact same thing on the top.
like so. And this is basically it for the core. The very beginning of TC room. It's as simple as this. We can then put our tier 3 down here. Getting things set up. We're still able to use our door perfectly fine. And for example, let's just get some beds here. We can put beds all along inside without any sort of inconveniences. This is a solo base, but we can in fact fit up to 4 people inside of here. Easy peasy, no problem. But you know, it's better off to do solo just simply because of how small the base is and how easy it is to move around once you are a solo player inside. Because once it's fully built up, it's not too great with smaller players. So once you've done your inside and you've completely done all your core, it's looking a bit like this. You can either choose to upgrade it to sheet if you already have the sheet metal acquired, like this here, or you can come out and start building the rest. Next piece, you want to put the triangle here, wall here, a window frame, a door, and a door to create another secondary airlock, which we can then use like this. With this window, we want to place a glass window and a horizontal metal frame, which we need to run outside to do this time. We want it on the outside. And that's the front door done. That's all we need to do for there. Now let's move on to second floor. We want to jump up here, make our little jump up, and then we want to create our next loot room. Depending on how you feel, you don't have to make this a loot room. You could either make it a bedroom on the second floor, or you can turn it into a loot room. It's completely your choice. But I would prefer to make it a loot room in considering this space will need a lot of storage. Again, making our half wall and triangles to create another loot room. We can shove boxes here as well. If you want, like I said, we can put beds here, or we can put a locker inside of here. But for now, I'd recommend using boxes as loot room. It's a lot more storage, and there's no way you'll run out of storage in this base being a solo player. With this, you want to try and place your 3 furnaces in this so that we can get them. This is a furnace room. This one's always a bit difficult to place, but there you go. So we've got 3 furnaces here, creating some sort of more of like a honeycomb, because you have to break furnaces just to get any further, you know what I mean? And again, the garage door, it all off. Making our jump up here. Let's quickly remove this. Half wall, triangle again. And then we want to do another frame. Shoving garage doors in all the spaces. Like so. So that is now your second floor done. I'm going to show you 2 ways you can do the third floor, because there is multiple ways you can do it. It's either you make a loot room here, where we can do again another jump up with another 4-box loot room, or we can make this honeycomb. Depending on how you feel, you can do it like that, but for this video, I'm just going to make it honeycomb. Gets us more layers on that side of the base, and just overall better protection. And also, yet again with this base, we do have a second loot room right here. With a half wall and your triangles again. And this will then be our jump up. Sealing off our roof. Going up 1 more floor now to our final floor, where our shooting floor will then become. Again, let's make our... put boxes down in this floor again. Putting all 4 down in here. And if need be, we can also put boxes under the jump up, which is what I would do. I prefer to just give it a little ramp, make it look a little bit nicer, and then throw some boxes on like that. Looks a lot neater and a lot more professional, and it just makes your base look that little bit nicer. Again, more frames and all the garage doors. At the end of this build, I will show you the costs of the base, or whilst you was watching the run through, I would have shown you in there. And now finally what we have to do, we have to go around and honeycomb the entire base on every single corner. So I'll quickly do that now, and I'll see you when I've finished that. Once we've finished honeycombing all of the base, we want to then just come back up to the roof again and seal it all off like so. And now we're going to finally finish up our roof. This is a little bit complicated, so I'm going to do it pretty slowly for you, so you won't get messed up. So what you want to do, we'll do it. Basically, it's symmetrical apart from just two little pieces. So first, you want to put one there. We'll run over this way and put one there. And on this side of the base, you want to put wall, this, and then like that. That is where your batteries will go for turrets. Put a battery in here and use this wall for switches, branches, and so on. So then here we want to put a airlock again with a frame and a roof. Yeah, again do the same thing with the doors. Put a window and the horizontal embrasure, and then back off. Same with the doors again. And let's set it off this way. And now for this side, we're going to put on the opposite side a door here. And that there. Oh, and make that again a window. Doing the exact same thing. There we go. And then an airlock again. And then unlike the other side, we have a door here. We don't have the door here. We have another battery or even a locker room if needed, like so. And then a wall here. And then after that, we just seal it all off. And that is it done with the roof and the part of the base. This is what it should look like at the minute. Top view as well. But this is what it should look like at the minute. Alright, now for the shooting floor, this is the part that's probably the most trickiest. That's probably why you're going to need as flat of a surface as you possibly can get, just to make it as easy as possible for you, because we do have to do freehands. And if you don't know what that is, it's basically you have to kind of place your own foundation without any guidance, but you will get a lot of I'll show you what I will do, and I'll show you how to do it with guidance. But it's more or less like you won't get the snap on, like if here is I can place it however I like, get close I snap, here snap. So this is more freehand. That's just placing off of a foundation already. So with this, you want to do this on each side. You place a foundation there and then extend it out and then destroy this one. You want to go back on the back side of the base and do the exact same thing. Back here, foundation, 1, 2, 3, destroy. And then for these, you want to make frames going all the way around, all the way up to the very top. And the same on the other side as well. Alright, just like that. And now you want to come to the side of the base. You want to place down a square, triangle, triangle, destroy the square, and then frame this up the exact same way you've done just all the others. And the exact same thing on the other side again. Square, triangle, triangle, destroy, and then your frames. So right now it should be looking a little bit like this. Got frames on each side of the base. And now here comes the tricky part. I'll show you this once and I'll speed it up just so that we can get through this video a little bit easier and quicker for you guys. But basically what you want to come and do is you want to go to one side. You want to place yourself a triangle and a square. You then want to go from the connecting side, the side that has frames. You want to place a lower half wall, like so. You want to go up to it, pull out a gun. And you want to go into your settings and turn on your crosshair. You want to line your crosshair up with this center piece right here, like so. You line that up. And you want to have a hammer out. You then break, go to this, and you scooch back until just enough. So you see how I'm snapping now? You don't want to let that happen. You want to push forward a little bit, like so. Like that. And then you jump on this one, square, triangle, triangle, destroy, destroy. And then we've got our own little freehand here. Like that. And then we want to go all the way up with this as well. And you want to do that on every single corner. So it makes a sort of like a raised lip on every single side. I'll get back to you once I've done all 4 sides. Alright, now that I've done all sides of the base, it should be looking a little bit like this. At the minute, I must admit, it does look a bit chaotic, a bit crazy, but it's alright. We'll now move on to our shooting floor, and we'll be able to use all these frames, and I can show you what all of them are used for and how good they'll be. So for starters, you want to come to each side. You want to go back up to the roof again. In each side, you're going to see these three. You want to first off by placing a circle, wall off each side. There we go. Sorry, a little bit of lag in server. And then you want to place 3 half walls like this. You then want to make 3 windows and seal this part off. And then do the exact same thing up here. So we have a little crack here. And then you want to go to the low walls and place 2 like that. So now we'll have a roof peak. Alright. To make this as effective as possible, what we like to use is we like to go and use lockers to make a little hiding spot. So if we pull out one of these like this, and we shove a locker. We'll do this first. So what we want to do is we want to go onto the roof triangles. We're going to place 1 there, and then let's do 1 here. You've got to make sure that it is of different upgrade materials. So you see one's wood, one's a stone, and one's sheet now. You want to make sure it's different so we get this little split. So using this little split, we then place down a locker like this, and we'll then we'll downgrade that again, and now we've got a nice peak from all the windows and onto our roof. And with this locker, it will just about appear through the roof so that we can have easy access to it, so it's a little bit locked and out of the way. And then we'll do the exact same thing on the other side again. And there we go, we've got both sides, both peeking up to the roof, done. So now we've got this completely sealed off, and everything's looking good. We also should actually, just in case you want to, you can add frames to each one of these, which gives us all garage doors. So if we just shove them all down now. Like this. This just gives us that little bit of extra security if they're going to come down top down. If they want to go through doors, they've got to go through all these garage doors just to get down to this little part here, which is really good for an offline defense. If you're not online and you're getting offline, it's really good. It gives you a lot of time to get on and do whatever you need to be done, do whatever needs to get done. And now we want to head out one of the airlocks. This is where we want to start filling in the freehands that we've done. So firstly, we want to obviously place a triangle so we can stand on it. We want to fill in these just like this. It's as simple as this. And now as you'll notice, these freehands give us nice little peaks down like this. Alright, now for this next section, we want to do a window, half wall, and then floors like that. We want to do a door this side and a garage door this side. On top of these windows, you want to do another set of windows and then seal it off like so, which will then give us this. We then want to repeat the exact same process on the other side. So here we'll go here, fill in all these gaps. Do the exact same thing again this side. And yet again, we now have roof access from 2 sides, so this is what it should now look like. Roof access from that side and roof access to that side. That simple. Now let's finish up the shooting floor. You want to add a half wall on each corner of these. Run over to each of them and add a half wall on each one. And then on top of them, we want to add a window like that. And a window on these ones too. And once we've done that, we can then finally start sealing off our roof from these sides. So we'll do this and seal them off. like this. And now we've got a completely sealed off shooting floor. We want to add that and that there. This now gives us access to our roof, which we now have. And we want to come over this side and do the exact same thing. Half walls, and windows on top. And then we go to seal it all up, adding frames on just these parts, just so we can have a little bit of guidance while placing down these. And then we do the same over here as well. Oh, did not mean for that one. And then we go back up here again, and we'll place down our garage doors and our door. This door here is just for a nice little peek we have on roofing in. So as much as we have those ones, we also have these ones here, which gives us a much nicer advantage on everything. And then we'll go and shove on each side of these. What we want to do is we want to have turrets on our roof. Obviously, as we're solo, we can't be defending every single place of our base at one time. So the best way to do this is by adding roof triangles. We're using roof triangles to do this. It gives us like this cover we need from above. So we put a turret here, we got cover from above, so no rockets can be shot down at them. So we want to do that on each corner. And then we also want to do it on each one of these as well, giving us that just a little bit of extra privacy. If you also want, we can put them on these sides, which I'm not too fond about, but I'll do it for this video just so you guys can have a look. We think one easiest way to do it is come underneath, just look up and place them like that, and it gets placed like that. So back down to this side again, go up above them, look up, place, 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 done. The reason that they're useful is that we can very easily then just shove turrets right in them. But the only problem I have with them is that there are, it's that when we are on our roof, we have no way to get off. We're kind of stuck up here. You know, like you can't jump in between to get blocked by that and that. So it's not that fun. So what I like to do is I just put them on these corners here. Like that. Like that. If you're really feeling like you need more security, you can also put them on top of here, which is no problem at all. Which will just be simple. And now you've got loaded turrets on top. But again, I'm not a big fan of doing these. But if you like them, then you can do them. It's not a problem. The way you can do your windmills is you can put them through these, like this. Actually. And then you can play it like that, like that, like that, like that. Like that again, and then like that. You shove your windmills on top of each one. Let's show you what it'll look like. Nope. Like that. And you'll drag both these windmills all the way down into your batteries, which will be both sitting in here and in here. These also lockers could be used for bedrooms, such as, so if we were to go and get beds and put them down, as you're only a solo player, you can just shove a bed in here next to all your switches as well, which would be great. So like your switches will just be above your bed, nice and easy to access. You spawn in, turn them on as quick as possible, run over here and grab a kit, and you can instantly just guard the roof by standing up here like this. It's a nice, really effective base, very strong from counters because we've got a bunch of honeycomb on the outside as well. Don't forget to also embrace all your windows on the outside. Like this. You'll have to do it whilst you're building, but I forgot while I was building, so you can just obviously do it as you're going along. Next time, don't be as stupid as I am and forget, and you should be all good. And it will just look eventually like something like this. Very good, very good, very, very, very good, strong base for a solo player, and it's very cozy. Got a lot of space in core. Got a bunch of boxes up here. We drop down. We've got more boxes in here, and then we've got a bunch more in the core as well. Like so. The great thing about this base as well is that there is not a single bit of external gates, so you don't have to worry about upkeeping and maintaining TCs on the outside, which if you don't know much about, I can go more in depth next time on if you guys want to watch another video, maybe on bigger clan bases that I've built or bigger clan bases that I have and currently used during wipes. I can show you them, and they've got a bunch of external TCs that I can use. But for a solo player, this is as good as it'll probably get, as it's very good to defend from because of all the peaks and everything like that. But yeah, that's the tutorial on how to build the base. Hope you guys enjoyed.